Hi guys, welcome back to our channel Breakfast for Champions. Despite its ease and speed and convenience, emails and WhatsApp texts are often not the best communication channel. In fact, when being misused or simply just misunderstood, an email can be politically explosive. And without wanting to, you might trigger a detonation that catapults you out of the circle of trust. So how do you know whether you should use email or WhatsApp or whether you should rather call a person? Today we will give you 5 easy hints that you should look out for when deciding on whether to call someone or to send them a text. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. Having sent the wrong text when calling a person or having a meeting would have been better can have devastating outcome. You could lose a friend or you could lose a job. So watch out for these 5 hints when it is better to pick up the phone and call someone instead of just sending a text. Tip number 1. You have already exchanged 2 emails on the same subject without resolution. If you haven't reached a resolution or an understanding after exchanging 2 emails on any subject, that's a strong indicator that you should pick up the phone. Otherwise, a 3rd and 4th and 5th email would only create a longer electronic trail of tears. Hint number 2. Don't use email if you want to discuss complex topics. Don't use email if the desired outcome requires managing complicated issues. Emails are usually for simple things. If you want to discuss complex topics, use a meeting. Because complex topics in an email will create misunderstanding, and misunderstanding will lead to frustration. So don't use emails for complicated things. Hint number 3. Don't use another email when it's clear that the recipient of your first email has misunderstood you or the intent of your email. So if it's clear that the recipient has misunderstood you or was even offended by the content of your email, pick up the phone, apologize, and explain. Even if you're innocent, it's not about you, it's about the recipient. So make clear that he understands correctly what you mean, what you meant with your first email. Clarify that either in a call or a personal meeting. Tip number 4. Don't use email if you want to sense the recipient's direct reaction. So if you are sending an email, you don't have a sensor on that email when the recipient opens it and reads it. That is different when you pick up the phone and call him. You can directly hear how he thinks, what his initial reaction to your idea, your key point, your request is. So if that's important to you and you want to find out how the recipient reacts to it, don't write an email, pick up the phone, because there you have a sensor, a built-in sensor in it. Hint number 5. Do not use an email if you've been put on copy in internal matters, especially disagreements that do not involve you. If you've been put in copy on such an email, you either ignore it or you just call out the person and clarify what needs to be clarified. But if it doesn't involve you, just outright ignore it and don't add to the salad of email that will be sent forward and backward between the recipients. A bonus tip at the end, and probably the most important one. Never write an email when you are angry and frustrated. Never bring your rage to the page. When you are insulted or outraged by anything, don't reply by directly writing an email. Firstly, you probably don't have all the necessary information and not the proper distance to respond with reason. And secondly, replying in anger never creates a positive solution-oriented resolution, and it diminishes your professional reputation. So take this advice. Keep your fingers from your keyboard when you're pissed, for Christ's sake. So there you have it. 5 easy to remember hints on when an email is not the best political choice. What other hints do you think are necessary to mention? Let us know in the comments below. If you sometimes need to convey bad messages via email, stay tuned for upcoming videos. We will show you easy tricks on how to convey bad messages via email without losing your face. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell to never miss out on a helpful video. We really appreciate that. That's it for today. So long, take care, see you next time.